Hello French horn players, this is your C concert scale video. Again, this is for, I'm trying to write with an eraser, this is for French horn only. If you're not a French horn player, you are watching the wrong video. Go find the correct one. All right, so horns, let's start this at the top of the page where it says key of blank concert. This is key of C concert, which is not your first note, but it's still called the C concert scale. Okay, so we've got that in there. Next step is figure out what is the first note for a horn player. So this is your C at the top of the circle. You always go one click counterclockwise for naming the scales. One click counterclockwise. So if we're calling it C, your first note is G. This is the G scale for you. So I put a G down here, and then I write the letter names in alphabetical order. G, and then there is no H, so I start over at A, and keep going until I hit the letter with which I started. I started at G, ended at G. Okay, there's my letter names. Now we need to figure out, do I have sharps or flats? So once again, I look at the circle. Ooh, that's gonna be a gross color. Let's use this green. So C is 0 flats and 0 sharps up at the top. You all went this direction and grabbed this one. When you go that direction, you can see right here, that is adding sharps. So you only went one click over, which means there's only one sharp. The order of sharps is highlighted in blue right down here. Okay, order of sharps, F, C, G, D, A, E, B. No matter how many sharps they are, they always start with F. Okay, you only have one sharp, so F is the only one. So I'm gonna draw in the F sharp here, down on this scale drawing. So now I've written the letter names. I go from G to G with an F sharp. Page 1, done. Let's go page 2. I'll go back to my blue color. So here we're going to draw a key signature and your starting pitch. So you need a treble clef, big vertical line here, a little loop and a big loop. You can put a little tail down there if you want. That's your treble clef. And then your key signature just consists of F sharp. The F sharp goes top line, not bottom space. So don't put it down here. That's not how things are ever done. Okay, so there's your key signature. It only has one sharp. Then starting pitch for you all is, you have options. The horn, it's really important for a high school horn to be able to play high, but also to be able to play low. So I'm gonna let you for now pick your preference. You may start on this note, which will then climb you up to a high G. Some of you can play that note, some of you can't play that note. Option 2 would be to start below the staff on this G, which looks kind of low, but it's really not that low of a note for French horn. So you could start there, and then you would play up to this G. Either one of those is the correct answer. If you want to be super fancy, play both octaves. But yeah, so that's starting pitch is either down here or here. Okay, third page. This third page, you can see I've edited the PDF for the word fingering chart. It's not for typing or writing responses. It's for putting a fingering chart in and highlighting it. So I'm going to leave Notability. I'm going to go over to Schoology. There is, you can see in the week 8 folder here, there's a folder called fingering charts. Pop that open. French horn fingering chart is here. It works best in my Schoology. I don't know about yours, but to do screenshots instead of trying to upload directly. So I'm screenshotting this fingering chart. I'm going back to Notability, hitting the plus sign in the upper right, going to Photo Library, get the screenshot I just took and hit the word add. Okay, I'm gonna stretch it out so that it fills most of the page. And then you can grab a highlighter and highlight the notes for this scale. So this depends on which starting pitch you chose. If you chose the low starting pitch, that's right here. I choose G, A, B natural, C, D, E natural, and then F sharp, and then G. So that's my deal with the low octave one. I am done. And actually on this low octave one, so it's horn fingering chart, you've got these how do I want to show this? I'm going to erase those highlights real quick. You've got these little parenthetical fingerings. That, of course, means with the trigger. That's how I'm going to finger things. For this scale, if you're using the low octave, I would use only the non-trigger notes for low octave. So I'd go G like this, A like this, B, C, D, E, F sharp, second valve, and G. Okay, so that's my low octave fingerings. I didn't use my trigger at all. Didn't use my thumb valve at all. Okay, if you're doing low octave, you're done. Go practice. Have a good day. If you're doing high octave, finish this thing up. You would go find your starting pitch, which is this G. And then I go A, and now we start, of course, you've all been trained in this, but for this A, I use my trigger. And now for these higher notes, I'm using trigger. So B natural, and then C, thumb open. Then D natural, thumb 1, 2. E is thumb 2, and then it's F sharp down here, thumb 2, and then high G, thumb open or open. Either of those are the correct answer for that one. Okay, so that's my high octave one. All right, so now you've done fingering chart, you've done the second page, and you wrote the letter names here. Now submit this assignment and then go practice the heck out of this scale. Good luck. Let me know if you have